Greetings and salutations. My name is Tish, and welcome to the Artist Haven. In this live stream, it is Art-a-palooza. Sorry, hit my nose on the microphone because it's a little bit closer than I'm used to. So, so tonight we are back after a month-long hiatus. If you didn't notice, that's okay. I didn't notice either. Well, really, I did, because this is my mental health moment. This is my time to get together with other creators, either live on the channel with me or in the chat, and just talk about things and create some art and make some things and get dirty. So without further ado, let me bring up my guest tonight, Miss Sue Ashworth, that is coming all the way from Australia and is having a wee bit of problems with her internet. And I think in conjunction with the wee bit of problems that I might have with my internet, it might be for an interesting show, y'all. So
yeah, I reckon.
So if you notice something hinky going on, it was planned that
Pay
way.
it no mind.
Really.
We planned it,
Yeah,
yes.
yes. So don't mind that man behind the curtain.
Yeah.
So, how have you been, Sue? I mean, other than, moving and kids and all the things, I mean, how
uh,
are you managing? And, is it really all that?
I, mate, they say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So, yeah, it's been,
You're really buddy strong by now?
uh, yeah, there's been a few nights crying myself to sleep because shit's hit the fan, but yeah, it is what it is. You do what you do and you just soldier on with Codral.
What exactly? Exactly. So, let me bring you in close
Yeah.
here. And
Mm.
let me working on tonight.
So this is the back side. This is the front side. And what this makes and connects onto is a secret. You're just going to have to wait. Aha. So I will say it's
Okay.
another puzzle, a wooden puzzle.
So she's keeping it a
And
secret,
it
folks.
does move. It's a moving wooden puzzle. So let's do the other side. So you might be able to work out what this is by
Looks
looking at
petals.
it. Yes, it is
Looks
petals.
petals to a flower,
Yes,
like a
correct.
sunflower.
No, if it was a
I said like
sunflower,
like a sunflower, a daisy, more like a gerbera daisy.
no.
Yeah, she paints the petals white, like a daisy.
There's pink. Hello,
Well, it looks
there's
white.
pink.
It looks white.
Well, pink.
I believe you're the one there. I'm not there. I'm just saying.
Yes, I know. It's a bit wacky with the lighting. I have a natural window behind the computer. So
That's kind of nice. Wish I had a window here, but then I'd miss out on storage space right now. So I'd rather have the storage space than a window. Maybe someday I'll not need all the storage space and be able to have a window, because that would
have
be
we got
nice.
anybody in chat?
No one has said hello. So,
Fine.
but there are four people watching. I see you out there. I see you lurking.
Hello.
Hello, people. So tonight, let me bring you up close and personal with me. This looks really dark because it's black. Oop. And I just got my fingers. But
You painted
I
herself again, folks.
hey, I can't play in paint and not get full of paint. So these are the boxes that I've been working on for a while. And last time you saw them, they had like 3 different colors on them. I put a solid color. This one has country chic creme brulee, which is kind of a yellow, a yellowish white. And I forgot to turn off my other lights, so it's really bright in here. I might just go throw those off. But underneath here is it's General Finishes Coral Crush under these two over here. So and then I painted them with this is DIY paint. It's kind of a mix of like black and dark gray. Um, if I can think of the name, because I think I covered the label up. Black velvet, and then they have a dark gray, and I mixed them together because I only had half of one and half of the other, and I'm like, save some room and put them together. So that's what I did. Melissa Spencer is here. Hello.
Hello. G'day from Aussie.
So, we scared people off. Now we only have 2 people watching. That's okay. That's okay, because you know what? People are going to see this on the replay and go, oh, I missed it.
Mm-hmm.
So, let me go turn off that other light. It'll only take a moment. Okay. So, what I do is the final coat will be this black, and this is the DIY paint is a clay-based paint, and it distresses really easily with sandpaper, or you can even wet distress it. So we're gonna go in and we'll hit it with some sandpaper later, but I want to show you kind of how it's gonna look once. Oops, that's a wet spot. That's what she said.
Mm-hmm. Not going there.
But yeah, so we're gonna just put some paint on here, and then the other one should be dry by the time we get this one done. So, and then we'll go through and we'll distress it a little bit, and you'll kind of get a feel for what it's gonna look like when it's done. And I might go in and put some micro beads in here and do some other like embellishment type stuff. Maybe go in with some glossy accents and different things. So I'm not worried about the brush strokes because that will get sanded back a little bit, maybe, sort of. So yeah, this is how this, it's all about the layers.
This
Anywho.
is how you do it.
Hello, Angela. Good to see you.
Hello.
So
Hello.
this is paint. I've had this paint forever, and I'm surprised it's not solid. There were a lot that were.
Yeah. You had that problem too.
Yeah,
I wrapped
well,
my pastes so miraculously, I still had leakage.
oh
It's
wow.
like, oh my God, how did you leak? You should not have leaked. And yet they leaked. Not a happy camper. I got one here. I had to put an X on its lid. Where are you? There. Because I haven't even used it and I can't open it now. It's like stuck. And look, it's a teal shimmer, number 3. And I can't use it now because I can't open the sucker. Even
Yeah,
my black cherry has gone.
I'm sorry.
So, yeah.
I just brute force.
Yeah, I tried that and wound up with blisters. So did
Oh no, I have
Courtney.
I have a pipe wrench that I use. That I have specifically for opening bottles. It's a channel lock type pipe wrench.
I bought a
This was
special doohickey to open bottle lids as well, and even that can't open it.
wow.
Yeah, so it's
Really,
stuck.
you have a real talent for sticking bottles.
Yeah,
I
and
usually can
sometimes
get
I
mine
wish I
open.
didn't.
I usually get them open. Usually, I there has been very few bottles because I guess maybe it's just because I usually don't put the lids on so tight when I go. But you just moved, as did I. I moved. I'm in Texas now,
Hmm.
and
I moved 9 minutes away from where I was.
I'm a little more than 9 minutes, more like
Yeah.
11 hours. And it took
Okay,
me
you
a
win.
week.
Show off.
I took me a week to drive here because I only drove 2 to 3 hours a day because poor Rhea, she was just meow 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 meow.
You
So
could have made a record.
no,
Ah.
I do have some really funny pictures of her. She was so angry at me coming in. Um, okay, my light is flickering. Why are you flickering? It's possessed. Um,
No, they shall
um,
not pass.
I think it's just an old light bulb. I think it's about to die.
Ah,
I've had the same light bulb for 5 years.
that's not doing too bad
So
then.
yeah, they're the LED bulbs. So let's
So
see what
now
we got
I'm
going on in chat.
mixing these two. Hold it the right way, so. I'll get it right one day. There you go.
And Matt Carves has joined us. Hello, all. Good
G'day,
evening.
Matt.
Good evening, Matt.
Nah, it's good morning, mate.
Oh, that's exactly it. Yeah. I
Yeah,
forget that he's over by you.
yeah.
And Angela says she's in Oklahoma
Oh,
and they are moving to Ohio after the kid graduates in May. I'm
okay.
I don't know what to say to that because I like Oklahoma and I like Ohio, so I don't know what to say. It's like, well, good adventure, safe travels, and best wishes to you. I loved Oklahoma when I drove through it. The people were really nice. So I still am on the fence about how much I like Texas.
Yeah.
Because the people like off the road are really nice, but as soon as you get on the freeway, yeah, you better just just like whatever. They just are so mean. It's like really, you know what? There's 6 lanes. Pick a lane. I'm going slow because this thing's heavy and I can't stop on a dime.
Yeah, but people forget that.
I know. The semi drivers though are really nice in Texas. I don't know
Yeah.
why, but they're very nice. They give me a wide berth. They don't like come up on my butt like they did in Illinois. And I know
Uh-huh.
I realize that semi drivers are usually not from the state that they drive in, but I don't know what it is about the Illinois thing, but it makes people like a little bit more angry than normal. Maybe I don't know. So yeah.
It's plate bias.
It could be. It could very well be.
I know it
Okay,
usually is
so
here. You get people from New South Wales, the New South Wallies.
yeah,
Yeah. And you think, yeah, right, what's your problem? If you go to Perth, they know two things over there:
stop and go.
flat, chat, and stop. That's it. Up here in Queensland, yeah, indicators are optional extra.
So they need to
And
refill
brake lights may work.
They need to refill their blinker fluid. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, yeah. So I've realised that I needed to paint this green so that it looks like it's all connected, kinda.
I don't know why this paint didn't dry, but apparently it's too humid. It was actually raining yesterday and a little bit today.
Oh,
and then the
please
sun
send
came
it
out.
here.
Oh, we needed rain too. It hasn't rained. It's rained once this month. This is the second time this month it's rained.
We have 47, I'll repeat, 47 fires in Queensland alone.
Goodness.
Oh, and that's my daughter calling, and she can just wait. We no, it stopped. So yeah, there have been, the last I heard, 2 deaths and 16 homes have been lost thus far.
Goodness. That's sad.
And we're still waiting for, that's my daughter with a message. And yes, it's Mandalorian that you can hear. Sorry, y'all.
Matt says it's afternoon there. And
late morning.
Angela says, been in Oklahoma all my life. Time for a change. Texas drivers are crazy. Yes, they are. Matt asked, do I have Starlink to stream on the road? No, I do not use Starlink. One, because it's expensive, and two, it is a latency issue. Unless you have a clear view of the whatever sky, I think it's southern sky, for most of the United States. And actually, it doesn't work in parts of the United States, mainly the East Coast. You can't get Starlink. East Coast. Sorry, my Minnesota showing.
Coming out.
My Minnesota is showing. But so unless you're like out in the desert or something, trees are a bad idea. And I like trees. I like being around green stuff. So yeah. I have my phones. I have one that has AT&T and I have one that has Mint Mobile, and which is T-Mobile towers. And right now my T-Mobile towers are no longer in sight and I have very bad signal on that. But my AT&T is 5 bars at 5G, so very happy with that. So yeah. Oh
yeah, Matt, it is going to be very bad.
Angela said that they're calling for the S word.
The S word?
The S word. Snow. Shh.
The S word. Shh.
Yes. Okay. Yes, that's the bad word.
We don't get that here in Queensland. And if we do, there's something wrong. Yeah, Matt, it's already hit here and we're only in spring. So we are expecting storms, but it's not going to be enough to do what it has to do, unfortunately. So, yeah, it's a case of damned if you do and damned if you don't. But the fireys are starting to get very tired out here. And yeah, it's not nice at the moment. It's like the last few years it's been down south that have had all the fires, and it looks like it's Queensland's turn this year. So yeah, it's Australia, mate. It's, it's just, yeah.
In Oklahoma City Sunday for my granddaughter's dedication. I hope I can get back before it hit. Absolutely, yeah. I'm actually eventually gonna go to Southern Oklahoma for a little while. I don't know. It just depends on how things go here in the next few months.
Have you
I
been
am
to
not
see
gonna.
Clara?
That is where I'm going. In about a week, I think. I don't know. I'm waiting for the rain to stop and where I'm parked to dry out, so I don't put big old ruts
Get
in the.
bogged?
Yeah. So, but I'm gonna see if I can dry this a little bit more. I will be right back. I'm gonna mute my microphone just real quick.
Oh, okay. So I'm letting the cat out of the bag, or I should say, in this case, the dragonfly. And when I've finished painting this little bit, I'll show you what dragonfly does. We have a handle on the side. And I put down here, paint that little bit there. Balance that one there. And move everything back a bit so you can see. Oh, sit, Bubble, sit. And we go fly, my pretties, fly. So if I tilt him up this way a bit, hang on, I'll get it right. Hang on, go this way. There you go. Sorry for the movement, folks. But I opalized the wings with the, what do you call it? Pinata opal. So, because their wings look kind of rainbowish. So, there you go. So the flower sits on the end here when I get it done. And I figured if I paint everything else... Sorry?
Yeah, I said you pump through those things, though. It's really kind of amazing how quickly you go through those things.
I like these things. The mechanical moving puzzles I love. There's one particular one that is in with U-Gears. It's a clock and it's got hot air balloons and that on it. And it's a, what do you call it? A pendulum clock. I got there eventually.
Yeah.
And yeah, it only problem is it's like $180. So yeah, I have to save up for that one. And then I've got to find somewhere to put the sucker, which would most probably be down here. So I moved to a split level house. So I'm in the basement, according to my oldest granddaughter. And she won't come down here unless she has shoes on. Whereas the youngest one will just come down no matter what. So I swear these two are chalk and cheese. Okay, that's that one done. Sit there, my friend. So
Okay,
did they
so
dry?
yeah, this one's mostly dry, and I don't want it like cured dry. I want it like just like touchable dry, because what I
Yep.
do is, because this is a clay-based paint, and I will after the live stream I will leave a link. It'll be a non-affiliate link because I don't have an affiliate link for them just yet. But the thing I do is I take a rag with rubbing alcohol, and I knock down the brush strokes while it's still like not cured, and that way it's nice and smooth. So I just rub it with a little bit of firm pressure and a little bit of rubbing alcohol. You can use water, but I find it works better with just a little bit of rubbing alcohol. Is my, you get it so you don't have those ridges so much. But the underneath has a bunch of ridges, so it's all good. But the other reason why I don't use water is because I'm going to hit this with some sandpaper, and alcohol dries faster. So I'll do this with all the boxes after they've dried. But I wanted to show you how this works. I need to get a little bit of sandpaper here. So I usually start, let's see which grit sandpaper this is. This is 120, which will be fine. I usually start with either 80 or 120, usually 120. If you want to get that, I can mute you.
No, I just put it on silent. Boom, done.
Okay. But I just hit it with the sandpaper and bring out the other colors. That are underneath. And then when I'm done sanding,
It's so cool.
okay, and then we'll take a little bit of glass cleaner because this foams up. Oops, I got the other one. I didn't mean to. Oh well. And then we'll just clean this off. So you can kind of see all the colors underneath there. But I'm just going to do this right now, and then I'll let the black and all the other colors, I'll let this sit up overnight, and then I'll come back with it with more sandpaper, because this gunks up your sand. That's why I use cheap sandpaper, because it gunks up your sandpaper really quick if you hit it too quick. But I like to hit it quick because then it just, I don't know, it gives it more character, I think. It's like rubs it off versus sands it off. But you do you. You do whatever floats your fancy.
So we've got a 90% chance of rain. I just had to look because I thought I heard thunder then. But it must have been a truck rumbling past. So I'm just waiting for my paint to dry. And then I can start. I wonder. Where is it? I would show you my wall of pigments and that, but I don't think the camera will move the way I want it to. No, it won't. Or will it? Hold that thought, folks. Yes, it will. Come
What
back.
part of Oklahoma? I'm going to. It's right
Hang
off
on.
of 35, close to the Oklahoma-Texas border.
All upside down, but you can see my wall of
I looked over and I'm
stuff.
like, what the deuce?
My wall of pigments behind me.
That's, oh my gosh. I thought I was
So
bad.
I still got room too. So very slowly move your back.
I need.
There we go. Sorry for the movement, folks. Anyway, I was looking. I'll be back.
Oh boy. She's going on an adventure. Midstream, she leaves me.
Here we go.
Okay. Let's do this.
Color Obsession have a thing called black pearls. Come on. Focus. Be nice. Fine, don't. And I still haven't found my good camera. Can you tell?
You'll find it.
Because this is an actual lotus flower, folks. So, lotus flowers usually... where'd I put that? Ah, there. Good old Mod Podge. Have little black seeds.
Yep.
In their pods over here. So I am going to attempt to, actually I might do that after I put it in, but there you go. There's all the little black pearls. And I'll put that on with Mod Podge because I can't find my E6000. That's gone poof, along with my brushes. That's gone poof. And I'll most probably find, if I find my brushes with my, remember my stand?
Mm-hmm.
I find that, I find my camera because I'm pretty sure that's what I put it in. Pretty sure. Don't quote me
That's
on that,
okay.
but
I can't find my remote for my lights. So until I find that, I had to like make some minor
Does it look like that?
modifications. That's why my light. No, it's a little
Oh,
different.
I was going to say you could
It
have
looks
this
like
one,
a.
but yeah.
It looks like a right pop remote control,
Oh,
but
okay.
doesn't have all the buttons. Okay, so this is what. Let's see. So this.
Well, hopefully I get the key
is,
to the back 2.5 months.
Bye, Angela.
So, bye, Angela.
So this is what it looks like as it's drying. You can see it's still wet. It's kind of shiny. So, but it's solid black, and the inside I'm going to paint black as well. But I figured I'd do that after I got this. So this is a little bit of what it'll look like, and hopefully this will focus, and you can kind of see. You can kind of see the different colors that come up.
Isn't that distressing?
Yep. So I did a combination of dry distressing and wet distressing.
Okay.
You can see this a little bit better on this side. So all the colors are going to come up that are underneath all the layers. I'm going to do a wet dry distress while it's still before it cures. Then I'll let it sit for a couple of days, let it cure, and I'll go back and do a dry distress with the sandpaper in where I think it needs to be. If I think it needs a little bit more black, I'll put a little bit more black and then wet distress it back and just play with it until I think it looks right. So, and then I still have the lids to do on these, which I will put. I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to put newspaper or book pages on it, then paint it, and then distress that. So it kind of has a little textury kind of top to it. I don't know yet. I haven't gotten that far. I might put book pages on the inside and do that with it too. I don't know yet. I have a cubic butt ton of book pages to use, so I brought them all with me too. So because book pages are great for everything. It just that's the way life goes. So I'm gonna let these dry. And because I don't want to bring out I want them to dry naturally, because they seem to distress better when you let them dry naturally versus hitting them with a hair dryer. That's why this didn't distress as I wanted it to. That's why I might come back with a little bit of black and put some here. It rubbed off mostly. But yeah, so I'll hit this one, but I'm gonna let those two dry, and then I might just dry distress all of it, or wet distress them and dry distress them after they've sit for a little while. So, Miss Clara has joined us. Hello. Howdy, howdy.
Hey. Hey, girl. How are you doing?
She says good day.
Howdy, howdy.
So,
how you doing, mate?
Whew, I got the hiccups from talking too fast. Me talk too fast? Never.
Nah, never.
There we go.
Got to make sure I'm putting these in the right way. Otherwise, it's going to look funny. Oops.
Okay, they're gonna let this dry just a little bit, because it. Look at me.
Wiggle it just a little bit.
Thankfully, I have hand soap and some water, and this, the thing I like about using like the Country Chic and the DIY paint and even General Finishes, they wash off your hands really easily. They're not like sometimes some of the like decorator paints, they'll stain your skin even, and it gets to be a little bit much. So I need to fix my stream elements. They're doing they're doing crazy things. Okay, so I'm gonna get it. Yeah, It's going a little crazy. I'm going to take this sandpaper
Uh-oh.
off this block. It just posted 2 comments at the same time, and it's like, okay, it's time to fix you. They forgot their job.
Well, it's been a month. No,
Yeah, I
of the
know.
week. Okay?
I know it's been a month, and I apologize for that. But I learned a lot this last month about myself and about my job and about just
Texas drivers.
life. I knew Texas drivers were idiots. I lived down here before, save for Clara, but I've never driven with her, so I'm only assuming she's not as crazy as everyone else.
Assumption is the mother of all ups.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna roll with it because Clara's my friend. I don't want to insult my friend. I mean, don't get me wrong. I can be aggressive. I can be aggressive if I need to.
Did you read her comment?
Yeah, I can hear her in my head. Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm off camera. I'm poking bits out.
I'm trying to be on camera, but I keep bumping into stuff.
I find some of these wooden puzzles I do, they look cool when they're done, but gee, they need some colour.
Yeah.
Well, then you look at it and you think, well, why didn't they do that? So you do it instead?
Because that would be logical.
Yeah, more economical, I suppose, but anyway. Too hard basket. So how you been, Clara? I think I missed it in the comments.
Let's see. Let's just do the block here.
Oh, I just realized I can actually see my computer screen because it's in front of me and not to the side of me now.
There you go. Mine's to the side. I don't have enough table space for it to share here.
Okay. Hopefully that's right. So there, we just did this little piece here where the whatchamacallit, the petals attached to.
Goodness.
Does it spin? Yeah, it does spin. Okay, now let's check these petals. I can add a little bit more pink at the end.
Okay. I think I'm going to leave this one for tonight so you get the idea. I'm going to do these outside. I'm getting sawdust everywhere, but it's pretty cool. I don't like how it's got that stark line right there, and I'll go back in and give it some love. But I really like this, how this turned out. That's pretty cool. So I'm going to rock with that. And these other ones are taking forever to dry, so I think I'm ready to call it a night. Oofda. Let's see. Clara says, well, that's a story to tell, but probably not here. Respect.
Uh-huh. Okay, darling.
So, I need to
One
find,
day
there
I
we go.
might actually give you a phone call. Is that okay?
Hey, Ruffy! Hey, Clee!
Hello.
You see an up close? Okay. You, up close. So,
Sweet,
this
sweet.
is the box so far. It's still got a lot of love to get, but you can see the different layers of paint that are popping out. And I'm making a mess in here, and I don't want to. This is the kind of stuff I usually do outside. But yeah, it's got lots of different layers of color. I'll probably come back in with once it's all done. I'll probably come back in with black wax. And I haven't decided how I'm going to do the insides, but they need some love too. But just to give you an idea of how they started, this is kind of the black base coat on everything. And now I'm noticing it's dripping. Yeah, I went a little heavy-handed with the black. I usually do because I love black. Black is my signature color.
I thought purple was.
No, black is my signature color. Purple is my favorite color. There's a difference. But
That's what she says, folks.
That is what I say. So, yeah, I think they look pretty cool. I'm going to come back in with some different kinds of waxes, maybe some white wax to give it some highlights and different things. So, I love how this turned out. I love the striations in here. I don't know. I'm weird that way. I love when it shows texture, and even though it's an illusion of texture, because there's really no texture there. Yeah. So, do you want to share where you're at with your stuff, Miss Sue?
Yeah, just doing a brush while I'm thinking of it. Otherwise, I will forget it and it'll go.
Hey.
So,
Yeah, cleaning brushes is not
this
my
is
forte. So,
what it's meant to look like. This is what I'm trying to do here. This is what I've done so far, this little bit here. And the flower, this is the weeded part. I don't know if you saw it before, but the flower moves over to the dragonfly. So I think it's to give the illusion the flower's moving in the wind and the dragonfly is trying to get to it. It's something to that effect. So I have little bits of pale pink that actually are metallic. So that's them. Do you guys remember my big spider that I put crystals in his eyes? Do you guys remember that?
because he was
Well,
very creepy.
well, I found babies, and then I thought if I put those
Oh
crystals in
no!
there, they're going to look too big. So I used black holographic glitter instead.
I've got yes. Oh, I've got some of that. That was the cool thing about going through everything that I have is like I found things that I thought I had used on another project, and I found
Yeah.
it, and I'm like, yes, I can use this in this project because it'll look so cool. Because
Yeah.
I'm grateful Rafi and Clee are here. I don't know if it's both of them or just one of them, but I am going to be doing a video, and I already have it started, of a year's worth of challenges, and I'm going to try and do it in a week. because I started. They do a monthly challenge on their group, and I'm going to use their challenges to inspire me to do challenges for the Artist Haven. So if you're part of both areas, you can have 2 challenges a month instead of just one, because I think challenges are a way for us to think outside of the box as creatives, and it's just a fabulous thing to do. But I want to do all their challenges for a year and get them all done in a week, but I need a week off from work to do that because I have too much work to do art and work at the same time. So over my birthday, I'm thinking I'm going to do that, either that or over Thanksgiving, because I will have a little bit of leeway there. So we'll see. But I want to go back to all the challenges. The last one I actually started was February, so that's how long it's been since I've done a Ralphie and Clee challenge. I look at them every single time, and I'm like, I want to do this, but I can't, because life. So life is still chaotic, but it is what it is, but you just go with it and you live life, not just survive it. And I'm learning that the hard way, kind of. I'm being forced to learn that you have to live life every day. So yeah, that's my idea for that, because those challenges that Rafi and Clee come up with are just like, wow, that's pushing my inner envelope. That's letting my inner ADD kid, though, my inner ADHD kid go, woohoo, so, I got all these ideas. Oh, we can do this, and 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 we can, shh. So, but I have one challenge that I'll need to finish, and then I'll go back and do all the rest of them too. And then we're gonna do like I'm gonna bring back the color palette challenge, but it's gonna be different. I did try doing it before, and I think I need to bring it back with a few minor changes. So, yeah, a little more detail, a little more challenge, a little more in depth, and that'll be monthly. And if you want to do it, cool. If you don't, that's cool too. But it'll be on Discord, and maybe we'll do it. We'll start it. We'll kick it off on Artapalooza or something. So we'll see. Anyway, yeah.
All right,
Life.
I concentrate.
Oh, Evelyn. Oh, where's the can of orange juice? Evelyn has joined us. Hello, Evelyn.
Hi, Evelyn. How you doing?
Challenges piled onto challenges. Yes, definitely.
So, what do you think, folks?
Let's bring you up again.
Focus.
There you go.
Focus. Slowly. Oh, that's as good as it's going to get. So I put the beads on the lotus. So we'll see how they dry. And more like they'll all fall off.
Well, no, you don't know what they're going to do. They have their own mind. It's kind of free will, even though they're inanimate objects.
Thanks, Rafi. And just call me Resin. Everybody else does.
Except for me.
Yeah, except for you.
I call you Sue.
And my mum.
All right. So next week, we will be going live again, and we'll be going live again every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Central. I know that there's daylight savings time in there somewhere, and it'll still be 7 p.m. Central. So the lives will be scheduled. So all you have to do is click on it when you see it, and then just hit your reminder, and it'll tell you if it's 7 p.m. Central or 8 p.m. Eastern, and that way you don't have to do any maths, because math is hard and it sucks. And I always say I'm an artist, not an accountant. So there we go. I'm trying to think of anything else that If you want to come on and be a part of our blah, 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 words are hard. Want to be part of Artapalooza, like on the stage up here with us, crafting and laughing and talking and all that. Hit me up on Twitter or X, as it's now called. I still will call it Twitter till the day I die, because I'm that kind of girl. Or if you're on Discord, you can find me there. Facebook is a very difficult thing. It's challenging, but I still pop in there once in a while. So maybe Facebook Messenger. Um, but just get a hold of one of us that are usually on here. We all know how to get a hold of me, and we all we'll all get along, and we'll all laugh, and we'll have a bunch of fun and live life, because surviving life is no fun. So we got to have fun. We got to have fun. We got to laugh and create. Create some magic, right? Sparkly magic. All right.
This is a gypsy magic. She made it at school for
Oh,
me.
look it. It's so cute. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I appreciate you. Remember, be kind to one another. Peace, love, and happiness.
Love yous. Can I push the button?
No,
I
I
want to
already
push the
did.
button.